Hey everyone, Vinayak here, and in this video I'm going to share with you how can you connect with the infinite and create any reality that you truly want, any reality that your soul truly desires. With that, let me quickly introduce myself to you. My name is Vinayak. I'm a spiritual coach. I help online business owners to get clarity, courage and cash flow by having a shift at the core identity level, at the ego level, so that you are aligned with your soul, with your higher purpose, and you can quantum jump into a future reality very, very soon. So with that, let me quickly get started with this video. Now, let me ask you a question. Your thoughts are revolving around this present reality, right? 90% of the thoughts you're thinking about was about your yesterday and about tomorrow. So, in this physical reality called as Maya, this is a Sanskrit word called as physical world. We call this as illusion. So, in this illusion, because we call this as illusion because we are perceiving this with our five physical senses, right? And everybody perceives reality in a different way. Even though we exist in the same world, we all have different worlds inside our head, right? So, in this Maya, we are perceiving this physical world with our thoughts. Now, these thoughts are mostly revolving, and in this Maya, we have time and space, and these thoughts are usually revolving in yesterday or tomorrow. And it's also about this physical space, your house, your body, your workspace. It's always thinking about these things. If there is no time, just imagine that. And just let me ask you this question. If there's no time, will you have thoughts? Right? Just go deeper into this. If you have no time, there is no yesterday, no tomorrow, will there be thoughts? Right? And now, these thoughts are based on your past, based on your memory, right? So this just tries to judge or predict the future or other people based on the past, based on the memory, based on the conditioning, based on the culture, the programming and all that. All right. So now with your present thought, you can identify your present frequency, because if you frequency is like a television channel, you tune into a different channel, a radio or a television channel, you get a different screen, a different song, right? So 10 years back you had different kind of thoughts, different kind of friends, different kind of realm, right? And you perceived reality in a different way, and those kind of problems right now doesn't make sense to you, or maybe you laugh at those things that you were thinking as problems, right? So now your thoughts determine what kind of frequency you are vibrating at. Now if you are always being attached with the past, if you're always being programmed, then you're not even aware. I'll come to this term awareness, okay? You're not even aware that you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are just coming from memory, and this has been shaped by the society, right? So now there is this society that already existed before you came into being, and now the society programmed you, right? This society programmed you. Now you got this memory, and this memory is creating thoughts inside you, and now you're having this frequency. Now if you say that you want to have this job success, this business success, or you want this house or this car, is it coming from the society? Ask yourself that, because now there's a loop. You're stuck in this Maya realm. I hope you got this thing. I'll go a little slow over here, but I hope you got this thing really well. Now, when I'm talking to you, if you're talking to someone, and if this person is if you are talking to someone, if this person is not being present with you, they're thinking about lunch or dinner, you instantly come to know, right? You instantly know that this person is not present with you, right? And you cannot, like, even though the person is nodding and saying yes to you, you know that this person might not be getting what I'm trying to say. This person is not present with me, right? I want you to know that there is an awareness in you that knows that this person is not aware. Now, if you are constantly in your thoughts, there's something inside you that is aware that you are not being present in this thing called as life, this thing called as, energy, this thing called as chi, this thing called as living. Because something inside you is constantly thinking, and this thing is based on memory and this programming in this society, and there's a thinker inside you which is constantly thinking and which is keeping you in some frequency, and you are predicting that weight loss might take so much time, this business success might take so much time and space, and I just deserve this, I'm not good enough, and it constantly keeps you in this loop. And I want you to just be aware that, oh yeah, I know that something in me is not present with me, like the way you have a conversation and you know this person is not present with me. Similarly, when you're constantly having stressful thoughts, you know instantly that, hey, I think I'm not present with me. And while doing this, while being aware that I'm not present with me, in the noticing, there is this now moment. I want you to feel this. There is a now moment that you are getting in tuned with. There is no future, there is no past, there is this now moment. In this now moment existed always before this universe was created. 10 years before, 10 years later, there's always this now that will keep on going on. This never stopped. There was never creation of this now, there was never ending of this now. This now will always exist. You might be having a memory of maybe 30 years, 40 years, but this now always existed, and that now is governing this physical Maya. I want you to pay real close attention over here. There is some intelligence within you which is controlling your heartbeat, which is helping you digest your food, which knew which exact time and moment and which family you gotta be born in this Maya, right? So there is this now, and you can feel this right now. I want you to go really slow over here. While I'm talking, while you're listening, there is this now going on, and this will go on after 10 years as well. But if you keep being in the same frequency, you'll keep having the same time and space. What I mean by time is the same kind of stuff, the same kind of experiences, right? 10 years later also you might have the same problems. I will go very slow over here, because this is something that you cannot do and get. This is something that you can be. Over here you got to do something and then you can get something more. Maybe you got to go from A to B. You got to go from your house to your office. If you go very fast in your car, you reach there very fast, right? But here you cannot do something like that, because this is not physical. There is no time, there is no space, time or no space over here, and this is nothing physical, right? There's no time and no space. There's timelessness, and I want you to feel this. There is a now that's going on, and that you cannot catch it. You can just feel it. It is that present moment, and feel the presence of that, and that is life. Maya says, and the memory and the programming says, okay, this is life. You born, you're dead, and then life just ends there. But still the now keeps going on, and I want you to feel this birthless, deathless. There's this now constantly going on all the time, and if you can tap into that by not having the thoughts, when you enter a realm where you keep watching your thoughts, and keep watching the thinker as well, which is creating those thoughts, then is when you slowly feel that you're present with yourself and you enter the realm of the now, which is thoughtlessness. And when you tap into this thoughtless realm, if there is no time, can I ask you a question over here? If there is no time, is there infinite possibilities? Because in this physical realm, you say, I cannot do this weight loss or this business because it takes so much time, I don't have time, blah, blah, blah. And that's the excuse that mostly this thought gives. Not you, but the thought inside you gives those excuses. If there's no time, there's no space, there is infinite possibilities you enter into. Feel that. And over here, the only thing that you got to do is, from this thoughtless state, I want you to be aware that there is still the awareness. Your soul really knows what you want, what you kind of life you gotta be aligned with, who's your soulmate, what you gotta do to solve that problem. This knows, but this just knows the memory, this just knows the past, this knows the eternal truth, the eternal existence, the energy. And you tap into that. From there, the only thing that you got to do is, from that awareness, I want you to feel this. From that awareness, just imagine a time where, for example, whatever problem you might be having right now, from this awareness, just imagine there's the same you living your life without that problem, without the existence of that issue. And you're living free of that. Do you want to know how you will be out of that problem? You don't have to know, because this just knows what I gotta do, what action do I gotta take. But this, you gotta imagine that, you gotta tap into that frequency of thoughtlessness. You know what, like, this is a study that a lot of scientists, they were experimenting on a lot of things, that what really causes lack of energy and what causes a lot of effort. Because some person can do the same physical activity and not have so much effort, but some person can take the same physical activity and be extremely exhausted. So what causes that exhaustion is the thought about that thing. So when you're constantly thinking, you're actually exhausting yourself. And when you're in this realm, there is ample amount of energy, and you can have any creation from this thing called as energy, prana, the power. Over here, this is always keeping you in this stuck state, and over here there is freedom. And in this state, I would like you to fully imagine a time or space. I want you to fully imagine there is this, you're living in this physical reality where there is this problem doesn't exist, and you're having freedom, and you're having time, and you're doing the thing that you love to do, and you're getting appreciation, and you're getting this abundance of money, and then you're getting a lot of clarity in whatever you do, and you're smiling, and you're joyful, and you're blissful. What does that feel for you? It can be unique for you. I feel a lot of gratitude when I tap into this, and I feel this because I was a lot in this long back when I was in a job, and I just kind of thought that I cannot do this thing which I'm doing right now, this coaching and being free and doing what I love to do. But I just tapped into that, and I just kept feeling that. When I can feel that frequency, now this has an influence on this. This can influence this Maya and completely have a shift over here. But this thought cannot really shift because this thought is attached to this memory. But if you can go here and still imagine those feelings, your soul will give you alignment, give you intuition, and you can quantum jump into a different reality, a different perception, where you have that soulmate, where you have that business, when you have that house, that car, whatever it can be, I just make sure that it's just not coming from the memory of the society that I will show it off to so many people. Now you're again stuck with that Maya world. But here the soul just likes to give to other human beings that if I have this house, if I have this space, I'll be able to give more. I will be able to be more of the divine consciousness. And I would like to ask you one more question after listening to this. How aligned are you with your soul essence? How aligned are you with your heart space? Are you having less thoughts? Now this is the realm of the thoughtlessness. And I hope this video made a lot of sense. And if you've already reached this thoughtlessness, take out some time right now. Take out some time and just imagine this reality. And when you imagine, your thought will tell you, no, I cannot do it. And just look at it. This is the space where the only thing exists in this space is awareness. I'll make another video on this because this is already a longer video right now. And I think you can't even see this, but yeah, you can see aware, right? The only thing that is truly available, like fully present over here, is the awareness, not a lot of thoughts and your body and this and that. The ego doesn't exist in this realm. You are just the awareness. From that place of the awareness, anything can be manipulated over here. But from this place of ego, you'll keep getting, you'll keep like snatching, or you'll just keep thinking, I gotta be famous, I gotta have this much money, I'll show it off. But this just is a very divine consciousness, a very cute energy is there in that, a very loving energy is there in that. When you tap into this loving presence in you, a whole new different kind of world opens up. From there, any kind of creation can happen. And I request you to close your eyes and imagine that reality right now, and trust that this thing which is beating your heart, this thing which is controlling the entire universe, this thing which is the infinite intelligence, not this just has finite intelligence which is based on memory, but this is infinite intelligence, gives to you the thing that you deserve. With that, I conclude this video. I hope this made a lot of sense. And let me quickly tell you that I have a couple of spots opened up for my one-on-one coaching. If you want to go deeper into this and you want to create any reality from this space, from the space where you're no longer your thoughts, you're no longer your identity, and you, the soul, gets aligned, gets quantum jumps into a different reality where you just like switch a different channel, and that control you get, the remote control is in your hand. Let me remind you, you are the conscious creator of your own reality. And if you'd like to go deeper into that, I request you to click on the link below and select a time. We can have a quick call and we can figure out if we both can work together or no. If you're interested in expanding your consciousness and having a shift in your business, if you want to have a lot of clarity, a lot of courage, so that you can shift massively in your consciousness, in your reality, in your relationships, and in your business as well, click on the link below. I would love to get on a call with you. With that, let me quickly recap this video. In this Maya, you're always having thoughts, and these thoughts keep, there's always time and space. Yesterday and tomorrow, your thoughts will revolve, 90% of your thoughts will revolve around these things. Now, this thought, always be aware that what kind of thought you have, that is how you determine what kind of frequency you're vibrating at. And these thoughts will be based on the memory, based on the past. Even when you're thinking about the future, that I will just be able to do this much weight loss and all that, it is depending on the memory, because you have just done, some kind of weight loss in the past. From that place, you are projecting the future. You're always having thoughts from your memory. That depends on your programming that came from the society, and now you have formed an ego, and this ego kind of thinks always, and it keeps you stuck in this loop. And when you have no thoughts, When you have no thoughts, you enter the realm of thoughtlessness, but you're still alive, you still know, you're still aware. And from that awareness, when there's no time and space, you just imagine. You imagine, you open up your imagination to a new reality. You open up your imagination and let your soul imagine that you're living a life where there is where there's no problem and there is solution, and you're living freely, abundantly, and your soul is in that frequency. You're vibrating at that level and you're giving to the world. You're happy, you're smiling, you're blissful, you're gratitude, you're grounded, and you're living that. And then just be in that space. The moment you are in that space, this will bring that into this physical world extremely fast. With that, I conclude this video. I hope this was extremely valuable for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to read them, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.